It's only right, that's how we eat. Came all the way from New.
It's week 1 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Flyers and the Barons, and it's all up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Salt Lake City Flyers and the Brooklyn Barons. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Brooklyn. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Throwing to start here is Tua. And he completes it to Westbrook. To throw again on second down. Tua. His throw incomplete. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Tua going to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now a handoff. Running left is McCoy. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Tua. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. On 2nd and 7. Tua. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something.
Touchdown! Dallas Goedert from 6 yards away. And the Flyers are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year, wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And that is incomplete.
Well, following the play here, now we've got an injury. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Smith catches left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Salt Lake City with the football here to begin quarter 2. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And his throw here is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got Smith here. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Beard to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throwing on 1st down. Beard.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Beard. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw. Beard. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's McCoy.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Two and now on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They toss to McCoy running left. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Flyers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Beard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Going to throw right side here, complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw again. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to, you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with the road win. Zamir White, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. A.J. Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. The Packers with a strong performance as they get the win at home in the opener. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot, and they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for our home team, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On second down, it's Moore, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moore. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Moore.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
On 3rd down, Moore. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That ball caught by Campbell. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the Salt Lake City first down.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Back to throw again. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He finds McCoy.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now an inside give to McCoy. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards there for number 15.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Now McCoy, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Flyers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the second half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of, winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Throwing to start the drive. Beer.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Moore. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6.
Looking to throw. Beer. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sets up fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to McCoy. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Ertz over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Tua going to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And his kick here is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Beard. And the ball is knocked down. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter.
10th carry now for McCoy. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And they'll run it with McCoy. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for our visitors, start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.